I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far.
Tell them where I'm from. I make the 6 straight jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the west side, East Coast where you at. Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London, to Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them lay back, slow down, better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down, what you represent when we come to your town. Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me on my way to Venice. LA got the people saying, Brooklyn saying, ASEAN saying, Vegas saying, Rio saying, Tokyo saying, Down Under saying, Miami saying, Jamaica. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes. Tell them where I'm at, from the plaque to the everything fat, got muzzled on a track. My girls all stacked. When I roll down the window, let me know where you at. Atlanta, North, South, Kekalak, Texas Grill, Cadillacs, through Miami, then back to London, Jamaica, then France. The whole world took effect to fart. Tell them, lay back, slow down, better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down, what you represent when we come to your town. Say, get in with the business when I come from Kansas City, hit Manila till it's Christmas, out to India. Visit Puerto Rico, it's exquisite, bring my people back to Venice. LA got the people saying, Moscow saying, España, Kingston saying, San Diego saying, Shutdown saying, Germany saying, La Puente saying, Ibiza. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city.
Hello, basketball. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight. Guys, the Bulls' defense was as stout as ever last season. A big part of that is they have guys that challenge you inside and at the rim, even off the bench. All of their bigs are mobile and protect the basket.
And it's Indiana's ball. Nobody near George. Drills it from outside.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Gasol, a screen on Lawson. Butler in the corner. Here's McDermott. He feeds it to Gasol. And he gets it to go.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Watson the pass to George. A great 1-2. Punch, beautiful pass and nasty jam.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
No, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin.
That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. And it's 7 points for Paul George. The Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. On its way from Rose for 2. And the shot falls short this time.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Noah, a follow-up flush.
That's how to make your mark on the board with an emphatic finish.
Oh, Clark, he was savage on that second opportunity.
And really, those types of possessions, guys, can be really demoralizing for the defense.
Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
What a pass, and then the layup was a bit of a circus move.
Oh, so smooth.
Yeah, and he really could have fouled that one up trying for the big slam there, though. Just a nice, solid finish for the layup.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Chicago making a switch here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Dunleavy's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed it.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Morris checked in for Jimmy Butler. Mirotic, a screen on Lawson. Misses off the left iron. Indiana leading by 5. And George, here we go. Goes up at the stripe. And Miles kicks to George. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Bulls.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
Up off the screen. Comes up empty down low.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Gibson the screen. Dunleavy dishes to Gibson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man. And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing it. An injured player in the lineup.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Watching Mike Dunleavy Jr., he's simply the mark of consistency. We know he's in his mid-30s, but you know exactly what you're going to get out of him every season. I think Tom Thibodeau, last year's Chicago coach, really admired that and loved it.
It's so funny watching Mike Dunleavy Jr. play. I remember when his dad coached me when I was with Portland, and he was a little kid running around, and all of a sudden he's become this great NBA player. But you're right, though. He's made himself into a valuable asset in terms of the role he's been given for the Bulls.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. McDermott, no one around him. And Gasol slams it in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Now Russell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And Rose throws it down hard.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
In the corner, Miles with it. Back to Lawson. It's George on the wing. That's good. George has got 11 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Left side Rose. Banked in off the glass. He has 7.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Bulls out front as they wrap up the first one. On a 14-6 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Jimmy Butler is out there with Portis. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Holiday in at the 2 guard. Down low. Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 6 points for Pau Gasol.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Chicago making some changes. Noah comes in for Portis, and it's Doug McDermott in for Justin Holiday. Pacers trail by 5. Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. Difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for the best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Lawson kicks to George. Inside. Turner with it. Butler covering. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Rose. And stolen by Lawson. Mahinmi passes to George. Indiana moving it around. Shot no good. And it's Chicago the other way. Passes it to McDermott. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. McDermott's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's George. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And the shot is good. McDermott's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bulls. Hill dishes to Stuckey. Rose against Hill. Kicks to Allen. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
The Pacers making a switch here. Ellis is checked in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. Dunleavy's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Rose.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
And Brooks, here we go. Here's Mirotic. Hill pulls it in.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Brooks kicks to Gibson. From 11 feet away. And he's able to get it back. Dishes it to McDermott. The baseline jumper goes down. McDermott's got 7 points.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Hill kicks to Ellis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Bulls making a switch here. Joakim Noah is checked in for Gibson. Saul comes in for Mirotic. Butler, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Rose in for Brooks.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
The drive by Ellis. And it's good off the back rim and in. Ellis has got 8.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Here's Rose. Outside Gasol. Gasol with another miss.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Ellis with it. And Rose picks him up defensively. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Allen. And that one is hammered home.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They get it back. And finished off by Gasol.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit. I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Ellis. Brooks. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we're through the... Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
George having a fantastic game. He has 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Tossing out there with Ellis. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Turner in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Here's Gasol. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Gasol's got 10 points. Pacers didn't have the year they wanted to last season. Still, their defense was right near the top. They got to hang their head on that, don't they?
Exactly. I mean, that is what this team's culture is all about, defense. And even in a down year, they were very hard to play against for other teams.
And slam dunk by Butler.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
The 3 from George. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 18 points for Paul George.
And the Pacers defense as strong as ever. And you mentioned 4th in points allowed in terms of their opponents. How about 3rd also in opponent field goal percentage?
Chicago calls timeout.
You know, with the Pacers, a lot of their success on defense comes from protecting the rim and controlling the boards. They were top 5 in the NBA in rebounds per game. A team.
Here's Rose. 9 points in the game so far. And there's the pass to Gasol. The turnaround jumper. Here's Noah. Another shot. Pass to Rose. It's good from long range. Rose has got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Continuing to show activity on the offensive glass. Second chance buckets have been huge.
Yeah, they certainly have been. You'd like to knock down that first one, but if you don't, then a second shot is the next best thing.
Lawson kicks to George. Back to Lawson. Clock at 4. And again, it's Indiana converting.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Outside Rose. Addition out to McDermott. Back to Rose. Puts it up from 17. No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, with 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Miles is checked in. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Oh, wow.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And here's Lawson. Feeds it to Turner. Fades away. Gasol with the defensive effort. Pass to Noah. There's the feed to Gasol. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Pacers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Miles. The wing jumper off target. Butler goes in. And Turner with the block. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the Pacers call time here.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
Some changes for Chicago. Dunleavy's check in for Portis. And Moore subbed in for Justin Holiday. On the wing, George, defended by Dunleavy. Left side, George shoots from the baseline, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That one on Dunleavy. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Moore.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Brooks outside. He dishes it to Mirotic. Just 5 to shoot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Mirotic has got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Pacers call time here. ends up with a new group on the floor. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Here is Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. He kicks it to Ellis. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Oop. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And Indiana shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, they've got Portis. He's out there with Jimmy Butler. Pau Gasol is out there with Rose. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. He feeds it to Gasol. Outside Rose. And Gasol with the dunk.
And, guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt. But still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Ellis goes in.
Tell you what, Monte Ellis is one of the best second-round draft picks of all time in the league, not just the last decade. I mean, this guy was a 5-star recruit out of high school, committed to college, but changed his mind and entered the draft, where the Warriors stole him with the 40th pick in 2005.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Noah comes in for Portis, and McDermott subbed in for Justin Holiday. Chicago calls timeout.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your...
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Noah the screen. Off the pick. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Rose. 12 points for Doug McDermott. Getting back to Monte Ellis. Had he gone to college for even 1 year, I think he would have probably been a top 10 pick. But you look at what he's brought to the table over his career. Points and assists, rebounds, steals, playmaking. His production has been astounding.
You know, he's one of those unsung players. He never gets voted to the All-Star game. It never gets spoken about as one of the top guards in this league. But you look at the body of work and you ask his competitors throughout this league, and they're going to tell you that guy's as tough as they get.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Ellis has got it all tied up now for the Pacers. Rose passes to McDermott. It's stolen by Hill. To take the lead. Up again. And it's Hill with the jam.
This is just great anticipation. The putback jam.
Oh, he had some big-time intentions right there.
And those plays, guys, will give the entire team a boost.
Pass to Gasol. Latrey. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 8th assist in the game. Hill kicks to Ellis. Hill dishes to Ellis. It's Allen on the wing. Back to Ellis. Shot clock at 6. And that one goes long. Chicago's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition.
Pacers have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. There's the screen. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Rose. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Chicago.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. I love that plan. Set up the opportunity for the mismatch.
Yeah, knowing they have to get a bucket here and exploiting the height advantage where they can find it, well, that's a no-brainer to me.
Ellis, he's checked in for Ty Lawson. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Rose with the ball. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun. Ellis having a terrific game. 19 points, and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Clark, 5 pretty big points indeed.
Outside Rose. From 12 feet out. Here's Noah. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the football.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And George with the stuff.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Here's Gasol. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. Chicago calls timeout. They're ahead by 2. 1:12 left to play here in the fourth. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Well, they should be looking at a 3-point lead. Hopefully for them, that miss won't cost them.
Outside Turner. There's the pick. Ellis with him. And Rose picks him up defensively. Outside, George. And the clock to tie it up. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Rose. No good. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And here's George for 3. And it's George again missing. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
Clutch shot right there. That could be the difference maker.
Indeed, it might be a big, huge moment in this game right there.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.